San Diego police searching for a man they say broke into a home and sexually assaulted a young child. The details in a live report.
A battery energy storage facility proposed on land in Escondido, but people living in the area are not having it. We'll tell you about their concerns and what the developer has to say.
More and more home insurance companies are leaving California. So how is that impacting the real estate market? I'm working for you on that story coming up.
Honoring the life and legacy of CBPD's Phil Colum. How you can join in a live report.
They've got the time and the know-how. Meet the senior volunteers building a raptor shed in Carlsbad.
CBS 8 News Live at 6 starts right now.
San Diego police are still searching for a man they say snuck into a home in Linda Vista overnight and sexually assaulted a young girl. Good evening, I'm Jesse Pagan, in for Carla Chiquetto.
I'm Marcella Lee. This happened just before 2 o'clock this morning. CBS 8's Rocio de la Fe is live in Linda Vista tonight with what we know right now. Rocio?
Yeah, and those all happened in the early morning hours today. Police say the man was able to get inside the home through an unlocked door and sexually assaulted the young child, who we're told could be as young as 5 years old. Now, we spoke to a neighbor who says this is normally a quiet military neighborhood, and what happened here earlier today has them on edge.
The trauma and everything for the family is bad. I'm waiting on my son to get here from work so we can talk about what we're going to do. We have to do a lot of changes. Adriana Gewitt's grandchildren live right next door to the house where police say the child was assaulted. Now, according to police, at around 1:45 this morning, a man went inside the home and sexually assaulted a young girl sleeping inside. Police were at the scene all morning long, searching for any evidence left behind that could lead them to the person they're looking for. Investigators didn't give many details, but did say they're looking for a white or Hispanic male who was wearing dark clothing at the time. They say that person took off on foot and are asking anyone with surveillance cameras that may have seen the man to reach out to police. In the meantime, neighbors say they're staying vigilant. Now we have to double lock everything. It sucks. Everybody's terrified. There's a lot of kids, like I said, a lot of kids.
Now, again, anyone with information is asked to contact police or Crime Stoppers. In Linda Vista, Rocio de la Fe, CBS 8.
Thank you, Rocio. An 18-year-old man is in jail accused of sexually assaulting a 15-year-old girl at Mount Miguel High School. Sheriff's investigators say Rayvon English assaulted the girl in a school restroom last Thursday while she was attending an after-school program. English was booked into San Diego Central Jail on charges that include rape and kidnapping. Deputies say he's a student at Mount Miguel.
Tonight, we are getting a look at disturbing new video in the death of a pregnant inmate who died in a San Diego jail cell in 2019. This video is now public. CBS 8 and the San Diego Union Tribune sued to force the county to turn over its video and documents in its investigation into the death of 24-year-old Elisa Serna. Last Friday, a federal judge granted that request. And we do want to warn you again that what you're about to see is disturbing. The full video shows Serna in the last hours of her life in apparent distress on November 11th, 2019. She'd been arrested 6 days earlier for stealing liquor from a Santee store. Inside her jail cell, she began withdrawing from alcohol and heroin and died. CBS 8 sued the county to find out more about her death, just why and how it happened. Visit CBS8.com for more on this video and to read excerpts from that report.
A battle is brewing in North County over a battery energy storage plant proposed on a site just outside the city of Escondido, and it's facing opposition. CBS 8's Brian White is working for you to find out why people are opposed to it and how the developer is responding to their concerns.
The ludicrous idea of putting an energy facility like this in the middle of residences is absolutely ridiculous.
People in the Eden Valley neighborhood are up in arms about the prospect of a battery storage facility being built right here on this 22-acre property in unincorporated San Diego County, 1,600 feet from Palomar Hospital.
It's ridiculous to put this toxic bomb in this valley. If you look around the valley, it's a small valley. It's surrounded by homes.
The developer AES held a community workshop Wednesday night to explain their plans to build a 3,200 megawatt energy storage plant that would tie into SDG&E's energy grid with the ability to power 240,000 homes for 4 hours.
We really do want to build these types of facilities so that we can help the state of California meet its clean energy goals by 2045 to have a 100% carbon-free energy grid. And so a project like this is very important for getting there.
People living in the area have gathered nearly 2,500 signatures on a petition to stop the Seguro battery plant from moving forward.
I think it's something that instills fear in all of the residents here. Our biggest concern is the fact that these lithium-ion batteries light on fire. And once they light on fire, they're emitting toxic gases.
I checked and found that there has been reported fires at AES battery plants in Arizona in recent years. And this is video from Valley Center last September when a fire broke out at a similar battery storage facility there, sparking evacuation orders, though this facility is owned by TerraGen, not AES.
We'll have a team of dedicated technicians, 8 to 10 of them for a project of this size, that are on site during regular business hours, and they perform routine maintenance, inspections. They'll test each individual battery on an annual basis or routine basis.
But that does little to calm the nerves of residents around here who already live in a high fire severity zone with a couple 2-lane roads for evacuation routes.
So it's all really kind of we're guinea pigs, really, when it comes to the technology of what they're going to use.
It's not a matter of if, this is a matter of when. So do we sit here and wait for this to ignite on fire? When it does ignite on fire?
AES says their draft environmental impact report should be released later this year. Then the next step would be a public hearing at the county's planning commission. Working for you, Brian White, CBS 8.
Thank you, Brian. At CBS 8, we want to help solve problems affecting you. If there's something you'd like us to look into, email us at workingforyou@cbs8.com.
25,000 union janitors across California could soon go on strike. Right here in San Diego, hundreds rallied as they voted on whether or not to authorize a strike. Their contract is set to expire at the end of this month. Janitors here in San Diego say they want safe workloads and to be paid $20 an hour. Contract negotiations will continue over the next few weeks. If they authorize a strike, janitors could walk off the job as soon as May 6th.
Chula Vista's Assistant Police Chief Phil Colum died last Friday after his fight with cancer. Colum won several awards throughout his 29-year career that spanned many roles of the department.
But as CBS 8's Kirsten Holmes found out, Colum received yet another award right before his untimely passing. She joins us live now with details on that. Kirsten?
Yeah, Marcella, if you know Phil, you know he was committed to excellence and transparency. USD, where Phil was earning his master's degree, right up until the moment he passed away. They even named an award after him. It's called the Phil Colum Academic Leadership Award. I'm here at Eastlake Church in Chula Vista, where there's going to be a memorial service to honor Phil's life and his legacy.
What we connected on were our values, and that was most important. And so there it was about treating people great. It was meeting them where they were, even in their best, and just looking at the best in every person.
William Lopez met Philip Colum in 2008. The pair married in 2013. Phil already broke down barriers as Chula Vista's first black police lieutenant in 2009. And was again a trailblazer as an openly gay police officer who took pride in bridging gaps between marginalized communities and law enforcement. But Phil's love for community extended further than just San Diego County.
He was a huge fan of Corazon de Vida, an orphanage in Baja.
And mentorship for Phil was also incredibly important.
His focus was about developing and being there for others. He definitely took a passion in looking at who might be the future leaders of this organization. There was a kid that lived down the street from us who always wanted to be a cop, and he ended up being more like our son.
Phil's commitment to excellence was evident even up until his final moments with the Phil Colum Academic Leadership Award.
He was enrolled at USD in a master's program. There he was working part-time, in the day going to radiation, and then here at night working toward this master's degree. They were here at our home the day he passed away to give him that award, and he looked at it from the bed and he said, "Holy mackerel, just for me?" And so it was just beautiful and touching and just so memorable that he was able to receive that award before his passing.
Phil Colum will be honored with a memorial service Saturday morning at 10 a.m. right here at Eastlake Church in Chula Vista. In lieu of flowers, the family is asking that donations be made to a scholarship in Phil's name. You can find those details and a link to that website on our website CBS8.com. Now, Phil was also a chairman at his church. His church was called Mission Gathering, and you know, in the church community, we have a saying, well done, thy good and faithful servant. It's a saying we have. It's derived from Scripture, and everyone I talked to today about Phil say that that is the perfect motto for his life and his legacy. Reporting for CBS 8, I'm Kirsten Holmes. Back to you.
And Kirsten, I know this story in particular comes from your heart. You had opportunities to meet Phil.
Absolutely, yeah. I first met Phil. He was, of course, the assistant chief with Chula Vista Police Department, and that's where I got the pleasure of working with him. And again, his commitment to excellency and transparency was a breath of fresh air, and he will surely be missed. Marcella?
His legacy lives on. Thanks so much for that tribute, Kirsten.
Still ahead tonight as we celebrate Earth Week, we have an Earth Day history lesson to share.
Plus, another reason Earth Week and Earth Day are so important every year. New information tonight from the CDC about last year's record heat and the health emergencies it caused.
Every year and every day when it comes to Earth Day. And for today, we were talking about that sunshine that was out there. We did have some added cloud cover to the scenery. And by next week, we could be dealing with some showers. Details are ahead.
Plus, Los Angeles police asking for help as they look for more than a dozen flash mob robbers targeting stores.